Welcome in. This is game number 12 of the Steam Backlog Challenge. It's called A New Beginning, and it's also from the creators Daedalic Entertainment, who brought us the Deponia series, the Edna and Harvey series, and also Night of the Rabbit. So we've played quite a lot of games from them. And this one actually tilted more towards sort of classic click adventure, which I appreciated. I have 4 criteria that I'm grading the games on. This is not a grade on overall greatness of a game, but rather on how much value it had to me, personally, in this challenge. Number 1 is the sound. How was the sound quality? Is it nice to listen to? Were there good voice actors? Was the ambiance good? Were the sound effects, not annoying? Was there good music? Number 2, objective or story. Was this engaging? Did I feel something? Was I intrigued about the point of it all? Number 3, fun. How fun was this? Was this enjoyable, or was the game just a major hurdle to my enjoyment? Number 4, replay value. If I completed a playthrough, is it worth revisiting? And if I didn't, is it worth doing a full playthrough of? I didn't add graphics to this list because I didn't think it would be fair in this challenge, as some games have lower quality or style, and I didn't think it would be a fair comparison in terms of grading value of the purchase. And those are my 4 criteria for grading games in the Steam Backlog Challenge. Okay. So, number 1, sound. I'm going to give this one a solid 2 out of 5. The voice acting was often really bad. There were a lot of times where I could have sworn the female character, they were just using like a text-to-speech engine. It sounded that robotic and rough. Like maybe that was the note. They were saying, okay, you're from the future, you're a little too literal, et cetera, et cetera. But tonally and everything just sounded like that. And there were times even when it was dialogue. So between 2 different characters, the flow of that would be so bad. For example, when you talk to the therapist on the phone in the beginning. So yeah, wasn't really impressed with the sound.
What now? Svensson?
Hello, Bent. This is Dr. Angus speaking. You sound a bit stressed out.
It's a bad time. I have a visitor.
What did I tell you about stress?
Please, Doc. The woman doesn't feel well. She has a seizure or...
We've talked about this 1,000 times, Bent. Your do-gooder complex even earned you a stay in the hospital. You are not responsible for the whole world.
What? But...
Please repeat. I am not responsible for the whole world.
Number 2, the story actually had an interesting concept. I don't know if they've touched it. They probably have in other areas, but can we go back in time to stop our civilization from ruining the world? Fun concept. Could you pull it off in a click adventure game? Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool things that we could do there. But I think the way they went about it, it just was shove green initiative in your face. And despite your political beliefs, the way that it was presented completely ruins what story could be there. It's just this obvious political agenda is right in my face, and I don't really care about the rest of the story. And, especially because, again, the sound performance really wasn't there for me to pull through any bit of character arc or anything else in the middle that could have been there. So story, 2 out of 5.
Oh, well, these things happen.
Number 3, fun. Was this game fun? The only redeeming quality that this game had for me was the nostalgia. of how it felt. It felt very good, like a classic click adventure game, in the sort of sluggishness of how it moved and the sort of the frame rate and the animation style. Those kinds of things were nostalgic for me, and that held me there and made me want to play it because that's something that I enjoyed, right? But I just couldn't get over the bad voice performance. I couldn't get over, I wouldn't say a lack of story, but you know, the the story that was there wasn't interesting enough for me to want to know what happens next. I just struggled with the voice performances, and that detracted a lot. Outside of the nostalgia of the game, it just felt kind of average for me. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
Wow, you can see the sky.
Finally, replay. Yep, just no. 1 out of 5. Not motivated to pick this up. Matter of fact, not motivated to pick up any other Daedalic Entertainment game outside of the games that I played. So, final score on replay value, 1 out of 5. Okay, on to the ceremony, and we got a little bit to trim off here. Starting with New Beginning, obviously this is, the next entry that we had in the backlog challenge. So we'll go ahead and start with this one. Played this one for an hour and a half before I was done, man. I got to the minimum, and yeah, this was not good. Like, I want to show you something interesting too. You can see like 51% of players didn't even unlock this achievement, which was in the first, like, the prologue. And then 63% of players didn't complete this thing. I don't even know. Like, it's basically like in the beginning of the prologue, right? So think about that. Like, more than half of the people who played this game didn't even like do this or this. So I don't know. That just to me kind of reinforces like why this is, I don't know, not enjoyable. That's the best way to put it. On with the ceremony, uninstall and categorize. We're gonna skip this one for sure. And knowing what we know, I'm gonna say like we're 2 for 2 on these Daedalic games. So we are going to skip the Daedalic games. I wanted to believe in them because I played Deponia and I had fun with that. Like, I thought that was legitimately interesting and fun. And again, it reminded me of Monkey Tavern and some of those games from my past. And I don't know, the other titles just don't hold up to me. Okay, so, just like the Night of the Rabbit, this game was part of the Armageddon bundle that we bought. And this was really just so that I could have all of the Daedalic games. Just, again, I enjoyed, and matter of fact, I'll point these out. So I enjoyed Deponia and the Chaos and Deponia games. Those were a good, or, these 3 Deponia games rather. I enjoyed those. Those, in my opinion, were good applications of the click adventure style. I mean, I even got through Memoria and 1954 Alcatraz. I mean, I thought those were halfway decent. Dark Eye was not so bad. I think they did a better job there, though they were going for like I would almost say hyper-real kind of look, if you will. Slightly different style, right? A little more updated. less hand-drawn looking, I guess. But yeah, I mean, even that, like I got through that. We even got into Whispered World. So I played quite a lot of them, and it was only like and I even played Edna and Harvey before I kind of hung that up. But like, the titles that I had here, which were The Night of the Rabbit, Edna and Harvey, The Breakout, and A New Beginning. These were untouched, right? So I had to know, and really those titles just didn't hold up in the way that like the Deponia series did and 1954 Alcatraz. Basically, I paid $1 for these a piece, a little over $1 a piece. The whole bundle was $14. So did I get $1 worth of entertainment out of the one game? Yeah, I mean, $1 doesn't go very far these days. Yeah, we will be moving on to another title. And we have 32 more to go in the uncategorized section. If you want to see the next title in the series, remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications when we do come out with these. Because I've done a few in a row, I might be releasing these in an accelerated cadence. I'm kind of comfortable with my editing style now, and I think that I can pump these out a little faster. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tagging along. Much appreciated, and this is me, Mucho, signing out.